Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Marriage, Money, and Mindset. We're your host, I'm Jared.
And I'm Alexis.
And we're back for episode 12. Episode 12 of Marriage, Money, and Mindset. Appreciate y'all for coming back and tuning in. Hope y'all enjoyed the last episode we did on attracting the spouse. Hope y'all got some, good information out of that.
Right.
But anyway, we're back for episode 12. Today, we're going to be talking about the roles in the marriage. Before we start though, guys, appreciate y'all for tuning in again. Thank you to the new subscribers. We're coming up on 200 subscribers. We appreciate y'all. Y'all keep tuning in.
Yes,
y'all keep sharing. Y'all keep liking. Y'all keep commenting, guys. Appreciate y'all. So we don't have the easel today. This is going to be all off the dome today. So we just going to freestyle this whole episode.
Okay.
So we got some notes, obviously. So, but we're going to just, do a lot of just dialogue,
Right.
We're going to try to keep that, part of the trend for the channel, right? But anyway, guys, let's get into it. All right. So, so roles in the marriage, go ahead.
Usually, okay, so there's traditional roles in a marriage, like where the wife maybe stays at home, doesn't work, and tends to the children in the home. And then the husband goes to work and then comes home, and his primary thing is to just provide, basically.
Yeah, that's like your traditional,
Gender roles.
back in the day, how marriage was. Basically,
How do
like,
you feel about traditional gender roles?
Man, nowadays, 2023, the traditional roles is kind of obsolete, right? I don't think some people actually abide by that nowadays. But then again, some people do. But it's certain things I feel like now a lot of roles can be somewhat shared
Right.
in a marriage. And that's kind of what we're going to get into today. So, just kind of giving ideas on, what roles men versus women should play in 2023's marriages, right? Because I don't feel like a lot of them are traditional. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't have to be traditional. That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, it's what you...
Yeah, I feel like it's
what
based
you
on
want
your
it to
schedule.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
what you want it
couple.
to be.
Yeah, it depends on that couple. So
Yeah.
everybody is different.
Yeah, every couple's unique.
We share responsibilities based on
Exactly.
what our schedules look like.
Right. All right. So I want to read some of these notes we wrote down just real fast, and we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
So like I said, marriage often involves various roles, which can vary based on cultural, personal, and societal factors. Common roles include emotional support, communication, financial partnership, shared responsibilities and household chores, and parenting if applicable. It's essential for couples to communicate and define these roles based on their mutual understanding and preferences. So we talked about this, like this back to like the dating phase of a relationship, going into a relationship with a potential significant other. These are questions you may want to ask, pertaining to like what roles you feel like a man or a woman should play in a marriage.
Basically,
right?
like what are your expectations of each other?
Expectations. So we mentioned, let's just touch on them real quick. So we got, emotional support, right? So it usually feels like, I think most of the time, more women lean on being emotionally supportive than men do. Like most men, we tough. We don't want to cry. We don't, show that type of emotion in front of our significant other, but that's the thing. Usually like the women would like, that's usually their love language in most cases, is that emotional, words of affirmation. So that's something that sometimes I feel like men struggle with, is being emotionally supportive, being in that role, something I guess
I think that you guys are more of the fixers.
Yeah. I want to go ahead.
Yeah, like if I present you with an issue, you're trying to jump to fixing it, not necessarily just listening to me.
Right. I mean, and that's, to be honest, man, I feel like more people should act that way. And I think she's talking about me right now, because that's really how I get down. Like, I personally like to, we can talk about the problem, but let's find a solution, because it's all energy. At the end of the day,
right.
I feel like if I'm gonna direct energy somewhere, let's direct the energy where the problem is going to get solved, the resolution. Because if we put all this energy into the problem, we just feeding the problem. It don't make sense to me. Let's feed the energy to the solution. The quicker we can get to the solution and resolve it, the quicker we can, carry on. You know what I'm saying?
I agree and disagree.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the emotional, right? We're going to keep it moving. All right. We just touch on a couple more. Household chores. That's the one that I feel like,
It's
nowadays, yeah, we share. We do that. That's shared with ours, with our roles in marriage, right? So, going into traditional, more, traditional, quote unquote, traditional marriages, the man, he cuts the grass.
Takes out the trash.
Yeah. At the end of the day, guys, look, man, you come home, you see the dishes dirty, the trash overflowing, man, look, I'm not about the, like, okay, if I come home, the dishes, I think more times than less, women traditionally do the dishes in a marriage, right? Would you say?
Traditionally, yeah, I feel like everything that's household
Look,
wise
man,
goes to the woman.
and yeah, this, I ain't gonna do it.
So
I'm
many
gonna say
things
this
have
episode.
changed.
Go ahead.
Like people are working from home. The women are actually in the workplace.
Yeah.
These are things that didn't used to be. The man used to be traditionally the only one going out and working and bringing home the bacon.
I was just gonna say, man, look, if I come home and the dish is dirty, guys, look, man, just knock them out. Ain't no big deal. Like some people, that's what I'm saying though, like the more traditional marriage, back to household chores, they'll come home and see, oh, she didn't do the dishes, and then they cut a flip whenever she get home and the dishes still stay in the sink. It's dumb. It's really dumb. I tell you, the real boss move, put yourself in a position where you can hire someone to delegate all this stuff to. Right? And you focus your time and energy on just getting more bread for the family. That's what I'm ultimately trying to work towards. That way, like any chores, like, hey, we delegate our chores, so it's not even a conversation. So, how you feel about that? Like cooking?
I mean, day-to-day things,
cleaning.
I feel like it's on you. But
Well, I mean, like behind the shelf, come cook our food.
That's my ultimate luxury.
Have a cleaning lady.
Yeah.
If there's a yard that needs cutting, hire, any, I ain't gonna do it. Hire someone that can come in, take care of that, right?
Right.
A lawn guy.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Let's keep it going. This is a great topic. Okay. So, like we mentioned, there's traditional female and traditional male roles, right? You want to touch on the female roles that traditionally are?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Usually the family, it may be a more nuclear family where it's parents and children. So that's tied into the schedule as well. Like who's going to do the pickup or drop off from school, who's actually doing the watching of the children, like trying to juggle that as well, along with working and doing household chores.
Right.
So I think traditionally that's what the women do, the house and the kids.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, like, let's just talk about let's make it personal.
Yeah.
Let's do that, man. So let's talk about our specific marriage, right? Like how we get down specifically. Okay, so the roles that I take the wheel on, our financial goals. I personally take the reins on that simply because that's what I'm into, right? For first and foremost, I take countless hours of, studying and researching and analyzing, different investment vehicles. And for the most part, been very successful in what we've invested in up until this point, right? Now, of course, I include her and sit her down with me, and she's right there next to me, sitting shotgun, literally observing every move we make before we make. I just like to be thorough prior to making moves. So that's part of it too. Sharing, before you make certain moves with your partner, like having them understand what's going on. That's
and
part of it.
their input on it.
Yeah, of course, another role I feel like I take, I personally like to make sure that you okay. Like I don't like, you feeling, if I sense that you're not, that goes back to the emotional. I guess I am a little, I can be emotionally supportive for you. You know what I'm saying? Like cause notice I always check on you, right?
Right.
Like I always, hey, you okay? Right?
Yeah, you do.
Just random, yeah, man, so I think, couple other roles. What else am I missing about me? I'm talking about me. What do you think?
I think that's pretty much your responsibility is the finances. I mean, we both work. So day to day, we both go to work. Both of us are working 12 plus hours a day.
Yeah, we hustle, man. Both of us hustle for sure.
And then we come home, and I primarily take the responsibility for the household things. However, I mean, sometimes we drop the ball in each of our roles. So sometimes if I'm too tired, he'll ask me, hey, you want to do pickup tonight instead of coming home and cooking? Or he'll cook.
Yeah. I threw it on tonight. You know what I'm saying?
It was good.
Of course. But again, man, like these traditional roles, I feel like that some couples actually have issues with, like the cooking, the cleaning. Man, at the end of the day, y'all a unit, right? Y'all are a unit. You know, I don't trip on that. Like I get home, and if there's something that needs to be done, just knock it out. It's no big deal, right?
Yeah.
And you know, we just want y'all, you know, to kind of have an idea of, you know, at least when it comes to us, how we do, but also, you know, ask yourself, right? Like how, you know, do y'all's roles in y'all's relationship? You know, think about it. You know, do you talk about it with your significant other? You know,
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
you have to have a conversation because I feel like the roles go back to your strengths. So you have to figure out like what are you good at or what do you enjoy doing?
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, like understanding, you know, when it's time to sit in the passenger seat. You know, if you feel like, okay, this suits you better than me to do, I don't mind sitting shotgun, you know. And there's quite a few things I sit shotgun on just because, like, okay.
Again, as long as we're involving the other person. Like, I'm not doing anything that he doesn't know about, and he's not doing anything that I don't know about, and have an input on it as well.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, definitely include, you know, your significant other with certain things if you're not doing that.
And then figure out the non-negotiables. Like, going back to cleaning, for example, in our relationship, the kitchen has to be clean. And what else? If the trash is full, it has to be taken out because you don't want anything stinking.
That's just being clean.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's certain things that's non-negotiable.
Right.
But like other things like dusting or mopping, that stuff is not getting done every day.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you make a priority? The clothes have to be washed because we need our uniforms for work. But other things is like, you can put it off a little bit.
Right. So yeah, guys, like I say, you know, roles in a marriage, they're subjective and vary based on individual preferences and agreements. Communication is key. Discuss responsibilities, expectations, and find a balance that works for both partners. Mutual respect and flexibility are crucial for a healthy partnership. It's common sense stuff, really.
Yeah.
You know, again, like nothing is traditional. I don't feel like anything has to be set in stone. Like
what works for you in your household works for you. It may not look like your parents' house. It may not look like your grandparents' house, but you set whatever works for you in your marriage or your relationship.
Yeah, that's how I feel too, you know, so. But there are some things, like I said, I feel like, you know, now there's some things I think, you know, as a man you should do, right? Like you have to work, man. You got to get out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? If you're a man in your relationship and you sitting on your behind, you're not out there hustling, you know, sitting on the wagon while she pull it, you're not helping her pull it, that's a bum, really, to be honest. But unfortunately, man, there are some women out there that have men like that, right? Man, get rid of him, man. I'm gonna just say it. Because he dead weight. You know what I'm saying?
Men do better.
Nah, get rid of that dude. He ain't gonna change. He ain't gonna change, man. Get rid of that dude.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah.
Just saying. So, you know, but again, you know, I think I mentioned it before in the past. Listen to what people do. Or pay attention to what people do, not what they say.
Right. Your patterns.
Right. Yeah, man. So, anything else you got to say on this topic?
Oh, no. I think that we pretty much covered it as far as the roles in a marriage.
Yeah, man. This is a short and sweet episode. You know, we just wanted to, you know, touch on this topic, you know, since we're talking about marriage right now. You know, we're gonna try to keep this trend going for a little bit longer. Talking about preferably about marriage.
Yeah. Comment below
Yeah.
what the roles look like in your marriage. What works for you.
Yeah, let us know. You know,
It may be of help to somebody else in their marriage.
If you didn't like what I said, say, you know, comment. I want to, let's go. Yeah, I want somebody to, you know, give me some noise, so I can
Some pushback.
give me some pushback. Yeah, come on, talk noise. Come on, let's go.
All
I can take it.
Well, thanks again for watching, subscribing, and commenting below. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.